You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, Sheikh, how do we move beyond this? Because
Well,
I think you are at such a good position to speak about this because again, you've dealt with racism, you've dealt with Islamophobia, you've dealt with all sorts of ignorance, not only on this country, but we've had conversations. You've had to deal with that in other countries,
that's right. Yeah.
right? So how are we going to move beyond this?
Well, that's a very hard question, but it's in the core of everything we need to really think about. Because as you are talking about Muslims, when a Muslim commits a crime, it's like they do it in an Islamically specific way, right? Like
Yes.
a crime, this crime is Islamic. And people go after the Quran, they go after the Prophet Muhammad, peace be unto him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They go after all Muslim nations, they go after everybody. They have even gone after Sikhs because they have turbans and they think they are Muslims. So it doesn't stop at just characterization of people as being violent, but also Muslims get returned violence for something that they have not done as persons. So the reaction is always different. And the term, if the person's name is Muhammad, terrorism comes first at the top of the list of the aim of the goals before anything else.
Yes.
So everybody is giving the benefit. Muslims are given the doubt all the time. We know that for sure. And like they say, people join the armed forces. Some say it's for three reasons. One is maybe for family. Your father was, so you are going to be. And others go, they're looking for a job. And some are finding some license to kill. And if he was always going to be an RCMP officer, probably this is the kind that was looking for a license to kill. And when he didn't join the RCMP, he found a way anyway to masquerade himself as an RCMP officer and to go around and just shoot innocent people and massacre them over a long period of time and got away with it. Because that is why we pray, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that there is a hereafter. Because if you kill one person, if you kill 22 people and they kill you as one person, it's not done. You are responsible for 22 lives. And the other 21 lives, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to take them out of you in the hereafter. That's what we believe, right? So it's a hard thing really to swallow. And to go beyond this is hard because society has been fed language and society has been fed perspective. Right? If you put the word black man and you look into that, there is actually surveys that have been done that wherever black man is put, there is the words that come after it is violent, poor, very excited, things like that. And white man comes with successful, job, rich, and so on. So sometimes you see an RCMP officer actually stopping you. This could be a very good person, but he has been fed all through his life these languages associated with your own person. So it's deeply ingrained within society. The racism and the treatment, the maltreatment of people, it is everywhere, my brother. Every single place you go, where you work, where you buy your groceries, the place where you go to get your treatment, when people talk to you in your neighborhood, when you walk with people, they meet you on the street, people put their heads down in the neighborhood where you should be saying hello, or other people go overboard to say hello, or people make terminologies when you start standing they say words and sentences when you're standing in the park. I was on the park one day playing, and we were in the shade. And somebody just passed and made lots of comments about shade and heat and all of that. And he said, but you come from a hotter place, so you should not be thinking about the heat. I say, yeah, it's hot, but we still seek shade there, just like I'm doing here. It's not like when it comes, when it's hot, we go out and jumping and say, oh God, it's hot. So people are fed this. So it's to go beyond, I think it takes a real fundamental re-education of society, and understanding that being a man doesn't mean inherently bad, or being a white person doesn't mean you are inherently bad, and to change the language. I'm really tired and frustrated with these movies that are showing Black people as pathetic, or as if the history of Africa started with slavery, and everybody is looking at you like want to feel sorry for you. There is so, that's why when Black Panther came out, like people are just saying, this is the kind I want to see. Stop showing things that make people feel sorry for me. I don't want that. Because I'm equal. And in the last time when we had these lectures, my talk was 800 years before slavery, right? And so on and so forth. And Islam in Africa that the Africans came with in this part of the world. So this is a huge question you've asked. How do we move beyond this? It takes re-education. And this word successful, we have to redefine what is successful.
Do I feel that the New York police are providing enough protection, or do I have to have protection of my own? I look for protection from Allah.